fact making them less safe. This former bright spot in President Trump's polling will be a drag on him and the party.
You're on the ballot, as you are every 2 years, as a sitting member of Congress. What are the discussions like, the political discussions about this?
Well, when I'm home, which all politics is local, people are really upset. I think you've described the situation very clearly. My district is great because it's got very strong mega base and it's got a very strong progressive base. Hysteria reigned this week on some ICE detentions. Rumors abound. There were rumors that ICE officers were checking into, which was totally not true, a hotel, and they had a marching band and 1,000 people headed for that hotel. People are afraid. And the president promised to get violent people off of the street. And what they're seeing, violent immigrants, non-citizens, and what they've seen in the last 2 weeks is 2 Americans. The last words one said was, "It's okay, I'm not mad." The other, a VA nurse whose natural instinct is to go put a helping hand out to someone. What he was doing, pepper sprayed. Americans are disturbed by what they're seeing and want something to be done.
Yeah. Look, what Trump has done is extremism. Let's be clear. You win elections with populism, you lose elections with extremism. I think that's part of what happened to Trump in 2020. Is folks saw all sorts of erratic and strange actions, and that's not what Americans want. Right now, Democrats, as always, should focus on the kitchen table. Congress member knows that better than anyone. Health care, the cost of living, et cetera. But at the same time, there's a question of our basic American liberties. And what folks are seeing is liberties being trampled. That footage of Alex Preddy being killed, that is going to be felt throughout this year. It's emotional, it's powerful. It's not what the American people want.
If you were the political director this time around for this set of midterm elections, what would your advice be to the president?
I think the mayor has some good advice. I mean, get back to basics. I think talking about affordability, you see attempts by the White House, by the president, to get out of D.C. onto the stump, around the country, back to real America. Those attempts are thwarted. They'll have stops and starts in those efforts. But I think you're right. Get back to the kitchen table. That's what Americans want to hear.
But he doesn't do it. I mean, I have to say, what's amazing, Trump, we all know, struggles to stay on message. But when he's talking about affordability, there's a certain strain in his voice, as it were. He used to denigrate the phrase affordability. Now he's trying to adopt it. But he's talking about Greenland. He's talking about Iran. He's talking about Venezuela. Originally his team attacked Alex Preddy and Rene Good. They just can't get to affordability because they have all these other extreme dynamics in the way. And if I was a Republican right now, I'd say, how do we possibly get ourselves back to what the American people care about?
I don't think that he understands how people are hurting right now. I'll go to